Hello, and welcome to how to implement engineering search within your organization utilizing the concept classifier connectors. So as you know in engineering, it's hard to find anything. Your information's stored in many places. All of those sources of record, systems of record, have different login security credentials, different usernames and passwords, and they contain both structured and unstructured content. Uh, Drawings, images, data, metadata, bills of material, drawings, CAD files, 2D and 3D images, and they all have their own terminology or nomenclature within each of those systems. Different bill of materials, different engineering specifications. They may have different product numbers, different customer names, those kinds of things. And the sources of all of that information could be your network, in file shares, could be in content management systems, SharePoint and Lotus Notes, and Confluence, and for eWikis and all kinds of applications. You've got Siemens Team Center, Dassault, Innovia, AutoCAD. I mean, a plethora of applications and databases and web. So what if you could find all the relevant content within your organization in seconds? So searching by keywords, concepts, data ranges, semantics across all of the structured and unstructured content. You can do that utilizing the concept classifier connector. So it's a pre-built, future-proof, non-invasive, and non-proprietary secure connector framework. It pushes content in real time, classifies the content, and injects the metadata directly into a single security trimmed index. This provides you the ability to visualize, analyze, predict outcomes using artificial intelligence and business intelligence tools, thus allowing you to unlock the real knowledge and potential of all of the information. So how do we do this? How does it all work? This is a deployment architecture, a picture. In the middle is the concept classifier connector in the green box. And what we're showing below that is that your structured content on the left in the blue box can come from PTC Windchill, can come from SAP, it can come from Siemens Team Center, Dassault, any structured content source, any database, including your unstructured content sources. So all of your PDF, Word documents, your AutoCAD files, that are stored in Documentum and Lotus Notes and eRoom and SharePoint and your file shares. All of that content we can bring in through our connectors, put it into a single search index, and then on the top right, we inject metadata based on a set of rules into that same search index. So we can have a globally governed nomenclature that you apply so that it neutralizes all of your terminology. So all of the customer names, no matter which name you put in, you're finding all of the relevant same customers across all of your sources of record, right? So we can neutralize data, terms, different units of measure and weights into that search index. And then on the top left, we can then show you how to connect business intelligence for visualization and analytics and apply artificial intelligence directly to that search index. You're not having to access the back-end systems anymore, right? So it's non-invasive. You're only really pulling the data from the search index. So let me actually demonstrate and show you how that works. So this is a live server, and I have our connectors installed, and our connectors allow us to connect to many, many different sources of record. So any source of record that you have, a content management system, a line of business system, we can pull all of that content in from all of those sources of record. And then we apply metadata to it with the rules engine for things like sentiment, document type. You can apply your entire product line, product family, your entire bill of materials, so that you can then do further refinement based on global capability, product family, product line, whatever your nomenclature is, we can apply that nomenclature so that you can do refinement for that information. So you can also type in engine, pump. Maybe I'm looking for a specific pump by product number, by customer name. Preview the information, so you can preview any file type. So you can preview 3D files, 2D files, PDF, Word documents, and all that. So when you're doing a search, you can do a quick preview to see if that's the particular document that you were looking for. Now, you can also do shaped queries for data. So if I type in 0 to 100 miles per gallon, I'm actually doing a shaped query against data in a database that was stored in the index, and I'm pulling all the results. And you'll see that these results are coming from kind of a database source here, where I have cylinders, displacement, horsepower, weight, acceleration, some information. What I'm going to show you is you can use any visualization tool that you have. Burst, Click. I'm using Power BI here because it's part of the platform, you know, that we're using. And you can do rich visualizations against that same data. Now again, I didn't hit the back-end database system. I'm hitting the search index with the applied governed rules and nomenclature, right? So it's very quick access to it. You can also do things like you can use any artificial intelligence tools. I've chosen to use the Azure Machine Learning from Microsoft. And you can do predictive analytics, right? So in this case, I'm pulling all of that content from that same index, you know, horsepower, weight, cylinder, acceleration. I'm doing a comparative analysis of a neural net regression against a decision forest regression to see which prediction is more accurate for predicting miles per gallon, for example. So I can change a displacement, change weight, change cylinders, and then say, you know, what is the prediction for the actual miles per gallon of this vehicle? So it's just one example. You can, you know, there's many other examples that you can use predictive analytics and neural nets and deep learning against very large data sources. So what did I just demonstrate? I very quickly demonstrated that we can find anything in your organization in seconds. You saw how quick those queries were, you know, as I was typing in keywords and semantics. Securely returned only the results that I had access to, right? So it's security trimmed. Normalized, so we used a governed nomenclature map to actually talk about product line and product family in a generic, right, governed sense. No matter which back-end system nomenclature was used, we can neutralize all that. I did a keyword search, a compound term search. I did a range search based on semantics. And the results that we were looking at came from both structured and unstructured content sources in the same query, the same result. The sources, I just queried 18 different sources, right, and retrieved those results in seconds. Any number of sources. Some of our larger clients have upwards of 100 different content sources. I was able to preview the results on the screen, so I showed a preview of, you know, a PowerPoint or an Excel or a Word document or a 3D drawing, it doesn't matter. It was all organized and refinable based on a corporate taxonomy. And then I showed very briefly some visualization and some predictive analytics where we can analyze that same information. So it delivers an unprecedented unified access to all content. Now, you can start to think about all of the business benefits and the business value of this, right? Things from accelerating future design and manufacture, quality warranty, tracking, global reuse in all of your processes, procedures, your products. So finding a product in your organization that already does what you need it to do in a different division and then reusing it for a different product line. That's something that's a good business case that we've seen many times with manufacturing organizations. Reduce waste, operational cost, and it basically eradicates duplication when teams are working in silos and unaware that others are working in similar or related initiatives. So thank you very much for watching this video. Find more how-to webinars in the resources area of our concept searching website. My name is Steve Smith. I'm a principal consultant, and I can be reached at steve.s@conceptsearching.com. Thank you very much.